Hey all, welcome back to another episode of Brave Kids Art Club. My name is Brad and I am so excited that you guys are here drawing with me again today. Today we're going to be drawing a really awesome, tasty, cheesy piece of pizza. So hopefully you've just eaten because this might make you a little hungry. At least I know it'll make me a little hungry because I love pizza. So let's make sure we have all the tools we need and let's get started. All right, make sure you have a nice clean sheet of paper out. You're gonna need a pencil for sketching like we always do. We'll need a dark marker or a pen for the outlining. And of course, we'll need an eraser of some type to make sure we get rid of all that undersketch. And at the very end, we're gonna do some coloring. I got markers, maybe you have paint or crayons or color pencils or something else, and that's perfectly fine as well. All right, so let's start sketching our delicious cheesy slice of pizza. The more cheese, the better, I say. So let's do this. Let's start with, we're gonna do a triangle shape because we're cutting it from a big circle. And I'm gonna kind of have a droopy down here because there's lots of toppings and cheese on it, so it'll be a lot of fun. So let's start with maybe up here at the top. Let's draw a little, we're just trying to figure out if we have enough room for everything. So that's what we're gonna sketch. So do a little curve right there at the top. That's gonna be our crust. Now, I'm not sure what type of crust you like. I typically like a deep dish pizza, so mine wouldn't even look like this. Mine would look square, my slice of pizza. My ideal slice of pizza, but that's okay. So right over here, we're gonna draw a circle. You know what, and if you want, you could draw a circle over here too, just really lightly. Really lightly. How do you like your crust? Do you like deep dish? Do you like a thin pizza? There's lots of different kinds of pizza. There we go. Now, right away, you can just erase this side right here. Just this, just the inside of that circle. So now you've kind of made that cylinder shape there for our perfect crust. There we go. Not too much crust. Now we need to go ahead and maybe make the bottom, or the main shape, I guess. Let's do the main shape and then we'll add the cheese and toppings on it. Let's do this. Let's kind of do a little bend here. This is a big slice of pizza, so it's gonna have a little bit of a bend to it. It's gonna curve back here, let's say. Ooh, I like that. Just imagine someone holding it and just kind of flopping over it because it's warm and cheesy and delicious. See, I told you, you can't do this on an empty stomach. It'll make you very, very hungry. Unless you don't like pizza. In that case, I don't know what to do about that. Ooh, okay, this is looking pretty good. So we're just gonna do some big curves on either side of this. That looks pretty good. And then let's add another little line right here before we put the tip on there because I'm going to make it kind of the cheesy. I'm not going to make it a perfect point. Let's kind of go like this so we have an idea of where our crust is. Kind of like this. There you go. Now again, this is a sketch, so we're going to make some changes. And that's perfectly fine, and that's part of the process. So it doesn't have to be perfect right now. And you can make your little quick changes if you want, but it doesn't have to be perfect right now. I'm really talking to myself because I'm trying to make it perfect. Okay, what else do we need in there? Let's start making the droopy cheese. How about that? Some mozzarella cheese. Some scientists, believe it or not, came together and tested it out to see if mozzarella was actually the best type of cheese to put on a pizza, and it is. It's the best pizza. It's the best cheese to put on a pizza, they found out. I know, real shocker. Mozzarella. So pizza comes from the word pie in Italian. Makes sense. You heard somebody call it a pizza pie? Or just call it a pie? I have friends who call pizzas pies. Alright, you see this? We're going to make some little droopiness. So that's just going to be like a little bit of almost like little drops. But I don't want to make them too much like droplets because it's not runny. It's kind of more thick cheese on there. So we're going to kind of follow this around and kind of make some little curve. Now, is there any right way to do this? No. You make it as cheesy as you want. And it's really as long as you kind of get these like little sections in there where you can kind of see the cheese drooping off. Maybe this one goes a little bit further down. Oh, that'd be a good one. And then it kind of goes up, and maybe it goes another one right there. There we are. It's looking pretty tasty. Looking pretty tasty. All right, so we kind of now we got the cheese on there. Okay, let's see. Now, this is where you get to decide what toppings you want to put on it. this is the fun part. So I don't know what kind you like. There's I'm gonna kind of go with a traditional pepperoni because honestly, I really like just pepperoni pizza, and well, olives. I like black olives on mine too. What's your favorite topping on a pizza? Be thinking of that. All right, so I'm gonna draw my pepperoni on here. Maybe some thicker cut pepperonis on here. Food is so much fun to draw. I love drawing food. A lot of people hire me to draw food, as a matter of fact. Food and animals. That's kind of what I draw a lot of. And I'm okay with that. I'm going to draw some little circles over here. Now they're not straight on, so they're going to be kind of oval shaped. That sounds good. Maybe I'll have another one right down here. Kind of falling off on the edge. Ooh, I like that. There we go. That's feeling pretty tasty. Yeah, now I'm really curious to see what flavors or what toppings you put on yours. Because most of the time you got the dough, you got the tomato base or tomato sauce underneath, and you have the cheese and then whatever else you want on top of it. But I've had barbecue pizza, so I didn't even have red sauce. And that's delicious too. So I'm curious to see what you guys come up with. All right, so maybe we should add a few more little things for maybe little lines to show the cheese kind of being a little oozy. Like that. There we go. Maybe another one up here. Can draw another one over here. Pizza will forever remind me of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Always. They loved eating pizza. I remember watching the cartoons, and they were always eating pizza, and it made me hungry every time. Okay, so is this good? Maybe you guys have some other toppings you want to add on there. Maybe you want to add some mushrooms. You can add like a mushroom, kind of like, I don't care for mushrooms, but maybe you do. There's a good mushroom shape. Maybe there's a, if you like black olives on it, I like olives on my pizza. You know what? I'm going to add a few olives on my pizza. Like that. Going to add some of those olives. Maybe I'll add another one. Where at? Another one over here? Another one right there. That's okay. Another one over here. Here we go. Add some olives to make this delicious. But put on whatever you want. I don't know what other toppings are there. Oh, you have like Canadian bacon, but it really just depends on what part of the country you're in. Because like in places like Japan, sometimes they have squid or even potato on top of their pizza. I've had potato on my pizza. It's actually pretty good. But there's lots of different kinds out there. But it all started in Italy. All right, so I'm going to erase these little guys because I'm not going to put those on right there. But pick your toppings, draw your toppings on there, and then when you're done, we get to do some outlining. And that's the fun part because now we're just making ourselves a coloring book. If you need to, though, go in and erase the little things that are going to be overlapped. I don't want these to be... I want to make sure I don't go over that with my pen. So I'll kind of go back and clean that up. And maybe I'll add some little bit of a dimension there. That means you can kind of see more of the piece of pepperoni because I want thick slices of pepperoni. And that would be fun. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and start maybe up here on the crust. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's crust. There we go. You gotta make sure you don't go over your cheese, your drippy cheese there. There we go. Then we'll start up here a little bit. Go to the top part and stop. Stop again. Americans eat a ton of pizza. So much pizza. They spend billions of dollars on pizza. 95% of Americans or something like that. That's almost all people in America have eaten pizza at least once this month. That's a crazy thought. We do love our pizza though. Thank you, Italians. All right. Let's keep drawing little pepperonis. Yeah, pizza was introduced to America back in 1905. So that was the turn of the century. Long time ago. Over 100 years ago. And it seems to be growing in popularity. It became pretty darn popular. But There's a place in New York called Lombardi's Pizza. And that was the first pizza place to open up in America, and that was in New York. And it is still around today. Crazy to think. That's been around for so long. That same company is still selling pizza after all those years. Alright, I'm going to kind of add a little thicker pepperoni right there. And then let's go ahead and make sure we get that cheese. I'm thinking now I'm going to make some pizza tonight. I also like making pizza. I also like throwing the dough. Do you ever see them do that? They kind of whoosh, 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 they throw the dough up in there. That's how they get it to be round and make it even everywhere, but it also kind of helps spread the moisture around in the dough, which is important for making some delicious dough. So it does serve a purpose. They even have competitions where they have pizza spinning contests with people that work at pizza places. Isn't that crazy? And making pizza boxes, seeing how fast they can put pizza boxes together. You'll have to have your parents look that up with you. It is a talent. They are very, very fast at it. Alrighty, so let's finish up the last few little pieces of cheese right here. Now my wife is from Michigan, and actually Detroit to be more specific, and they have a deep dish kind of pizza that's so good. And they actually put some sauce on top of the cheese and on top of like the pepperoni and stuff. Isn't that interesting? It's delicious though. I really, really like it. Okay, let's see. Should I put my little yeah, I'll put my little olives on there. Why not? I really do like olives. They're not for everybody, but hopefully you're making your pizza the way that you want to eat your pizza. Maybe you're like, ew, I really don't like pepperonis. I think one of my kids does not like pepperonis. I think it was my daughter. She is more selective, I'll say, with her eating. And I don't think she likes olive, or I know she doesn't like olives, but she also doesn't like pepperoni, which I feel like everybody likes pepperoni, but that's also not a good thing to say, because you don't assume that everybody likes the same thing you do. And it's okay if everybody likes something different. Sometimes it's easy to be like, ew, that's so gross, that people in other countries eat this. But you know what? They probably think that some of the stuff that we eat is pretty gross here in the U.S. So we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So if you don't like pizza, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. It's probably healthier for you anyways that you don't eat a lot of pizza. But I like pizza in all shapes and forms and flavors. Oh, maybe last few little things. Just add a little lines over here, maybe, just to make our crust look a little fluffier. Does that sound good? Like that. Maybe add one more right over here. And I'm just gonna add like a few little dots over here. Maybe I want to put some, I don't know, maybe some seasoning or something on there. Maybe there's some Parmesan cheese, or maybe there's some cracked red pepper. I don't know what you like to put on there, but I think it'd be kind of fun just to draw some little dots in there to make it look interesting. All right, well, I think I am good to go. This looks delicious, and I cannot wait to color it in. So make sure if you need to catch up or anything, go ahead and just push pause and catch up, and then I'm going to color it in, and we'll meet right after. How does that sound? Awesome, okay. Final little touches. Ooh, there we are. If I keep touching it, I might mess it up from where it's at. I really like how it turned out. I'm really excited for it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thanks for drawing with me. This is always so much fun, and hopefully you had a fun time drawing your very own pizza with your own toppings. Oh, and I forgot there's one really cool fact that I wanted to tell you guys. In 2001, it was the first time a pizza was delivered to space. They delivered Pizza Hut, I should say, delivered a pizza to the International Space Station. That's pretty cool. Well, thanks again. Make sure that you guys sign your work. If you guys are excited about what you did or proud of what you made, which I'm very proud of my piece of pizza, then we need to go ahead and sign our work. So I'll do mine right here, my little initials, so everybody knows that this is my pizza slice. Well, hopefully you guys get to do the same. And remember that we do this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I need ideas, so keep sending me ideas. Have your parents reach out to us either by email or go on Instagram at Brave Kids Art Club and just let us know what you would like to draw. Because we're drawing all sorts of things right now, so we're gonna have a whole lot of fun doing this. But so join me each week, subscribe to the channel, and remember, be brave, be creative, but most importantly, be you. All right, we'll see you guys next time.